The black hickory chair that I fished out of the trash last fall or spring, underneath the seat, this piece goes underneath the seat and provides support on last, so your butt would be right here. So I'm taking a piece of the old couch wood, kind of like that, and I traced on it and I cut all the pieces off, so there's, well, it looked more like this when it started. I thinned it, so I was able to just barely, kind of make an S curve out of that, just like that. It's a little bit short, just a tad. It'll be fine. So I got it roughed out. Then I'm going to take the sander down there. Probably take this outside before I do that, because dust collection kind of sucks on that, and just smooth this out. And I'm probably going to make two of these. This one's definitely broken. I think there's another one it is broken, but somebody put a metal strap across it, and that doesn't look like it's gonna hold. So I'll probably make two, which is it'd be awesome if I had that. Just definitely, it's clear on that side. But oh yeah, I went through at least one metal object. It's always good for the blades. It's still kind of sharpish. This is a failure, meaning I bought a new blade and I thought this would be perfect for this. And once again, Amazon fucked me. I'm sure I was clicking and searching a 96-inch and managed to pick a really nice 80-inch one. So yeah, 16 inches does matter on bandsaw blades. So it's probably beyond the return period, so that's great. And then this is the piece over here I need to trace out and cutellate. So I also got the new pencils. This one's red. And then I got lots of leads, and I got a couple black ones. This one's red, but it's black. I'll keep this one out. So anyhow, these are nice. I don't know how I sharpen these. Maybe you don't. Anyhow, I needed something that it could really show up well, and this red shows up very well. It seems to shift better. I'm not quite sure. I think so. Gets up Dirthick's Hill fine. A little windy. We'll see if the oil leak's fixed. It's kind of got a guilty look to him today. Oh, no, he's just happy. Weird. This is typical. I give the dog food to eat and the cat's trying to get in on it. It's not like she doesn't have food over there and gets treats throughout the day and gets a can of food every morning. Well, she's gonna go for it, I guess. Poor Georgia. It's hard to fight a cat that weighs twice as much as you do. Okay, so got these hinges on temporarily. I need longer screws because the screws I had don't have threads in this part, so they don't hold much. So, but I got the hinges on. That folds flat. This is going to be the other side. That's going to go like that. And then there's a top, and she's going to go on the top. So the top fits in the groove. She has original fire paint or fire marks. This is gonna go right there. Of course, it's gonna come out a little bit. So yeah, next step is to attach that, carefully bind this up, and go try to put her in. I'm gonna have to find a door set and rearrange the latch a little bit here. Ironically, this is oak, but I'm just using it for prototyping. That doesn't look quite right there. So I think I'm gonna use a couple screws on that because assuming this all fits at some point, I'm gonna take it apart and build it out of the real wood, and it'll be a lot easier to take apart if I use screws, or not. Maybe not. I'll probably glue it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was carrying this down the stairs. I was quite amused. It's wavy glass, like old-fashioned glass that's not straight. Now, yes, it's got a few little bumps there, but this might be original to the house. It was on the back of the house. It was in between we had a kitchen and a little room off the kitchen, then stairs at the basement, which is unheated. And I was in that area. This has been quite a challenge. I managed to get in here without killing myself. So I got my shims. I'm gonna try and shim this side in first. You have to raise this up a little bit and get it just a couple of 15 gauge nails in there just to kind of get it into place. Come do the same thing over here, then we'll come back with some screws and pre-drill some holes and really nail her in there, well, screw her in there. So I got some decent deck type screws, so this will hold that in there. But yeah. One flaw is I can't be in two places at once. In theory, this should be reversed, but I want it to open that way, so. Okay, well, the frame's not perfect. Part of the problem is the door is got some irregularities, like right there. But my biggest problem right now is it's hitting here. This needs to be moved out. So the way to do this, I'm gonna have to take the door off its hinges, which will be a lot easier now because the frame's installed. Then I'm gonna make a small shim that will go underneath here and then re-screw that in there. And that will make it better. Now, I didn't overdo this, but it's in farther because that's the way the old hinges were. So I don't know what else to do. I guess I could move this out. Either way, the door has to come away from the frame because it doesn't stay closed. It comes back open. And then I gotta put a couple more screws through, but getting closer. Boy, that doorknob's way down there. I did take about 2 inches off the bottom, but I didn't have any couldn't take it off the top. But I wonder if you can see the weird irregularities in the glass. Probably not. But it's gonna be a busy automotive week this week. So I called and ordered the tires for this beast. Told him my symptom that 45 starts shaking a lot, that it goes away. She thinks it's a drive chain. I did go underneath there and moved on the center bushing bearing, which is a big rubber bearing in the middle that the drive shaft goes through. I couldn't find any play, and I went back and forth and it felt fine, but we'll see. I did ask her to shake on these. Now I did verify, if you notice, one of those looks different than the other. Both of those rims do not fit. Tires may be different sizes, but they do not fit any way, shape, form. So we'll put those off to the side. She said to sell them on Marketplace. I'm like, that's just where I got them from. Ordered a new ink cartridge for this. So I've had this about 4 years. It works fine, except she needed ink. So I bought a big thing ink. Lots of stars on the Amazons. Put the black in. And then I put 2 colors in because they were low. And it came with all the things. And then it only printed yellow, and the yellow was the last cartridge, so I swapped the cartridge out, and now it doesn't print at all. So I'm thinking I got really bad ink. So I got a black coming. We're gonna put the black in and see if it prints black. Then if that's the case, then we know it's ink. We send that back and be done with it. This is back on insurance. Don't tell my wife. March 1st. Yeah. So we gotta do some maintenance on this. So yeah, look at that. We got to change the old rear differential. She 14 millimeter comes up with some synthetic in it, takes a pine, and it just so happens I got some nice red line gear oil, synthetic. So yeah, there's our solution right there. Bam, done. This was quite a debate. So this is a manual transmission, but you might think it's a little odd that the manual transmission specifies focus, focus, focus. Don't focus. Come on, focus. 8. You know, between the fact I can't see with my glasses on, how help me? ATF, automatic transmission fluid only. So now this came out in 97, like 20 plus years ago. I did a lot of research, and there's synchro mesh works with this. This is a ZF transmission. I cross-reference all their websites. We'll just put that in there. Now you may notice a lot of seepage edges. So I got a little bit of leak up there. Probably why this is a little crunchy, because it's out of fluid. It's lifetime fluid, which doesn't mean shit. So I think I got drain, fill, drain. So that fluid should come tomorrow night. But I definitely got more of a leakage up front here. So you kind of see a kind of a pattern, like a wetness. So I got an oil cooler. They call it an oil cooler, but it's the filter housing up there. I believe that's what's leaking, though I haven't quite looked around 100%, but you got a lot of leakages here. I do know the oil's leaking. Let's taste it. Tastes like oil. There's a steering rack there too. So I'm going to try and wipe this down and see what happens. Hey, there's the crank. That's pretty massive. What the hell's that up there for? I don't know. Anyhow, I got the gaskets to fix that, but I got to take things, the power steering off, the alternator to get to it. But it's just a little baby gasket. It's really cute, actually. It's very cute. Looks like this. Yeah, that took an hour to find because it was over there, I think. I got to go check on the dogs. Stay Spike. We got a car coming out. I got to change the oil on that. Oil filter. Somewhere around here. Olivia and I found out that the Volt oil filter and the Civic use 2 different filters. I thought I bought this for her, but I actually bought it for that. So that's what we're going to be doing. So tonight I'm going to open that up and drain. Clean up that underneath there. I got plenty of room underneath there. And yeah. And then tomorrow we'll take the tires and go get the tires. And probably work on that. And believe it or not, 2 years ago, I bought fluid to change my transmission in my car and my differential. Yeah. Well, that monologue was fun. That was 2 minutes. So this is the drain plug. It's 14 millimeter, but we need to take the top one out first to make sure that we can fill it. Because if you drain it all out and you can't fill it, well, then you're kind of pissed. We were mentioning that's really dense. There's the gasolator, gas tank. She's plastic, you can tell because that's the way she is. It's pretty clean back here. Don't know the X marks. That must be the spot where the differential is. I like the little hole there. So when we're done down here, well, after we clean the oil mess, we're gonna spray some protections on the bolts and stuff. But this doesn't seem to be leaking back here at all. That's good. Very leakagey like there. Just back off of there. So we'll give this a go. So yeah, we're gonna go a slightly different route, I think. This fits in there fine. We talked about that. It's good to go. However, I can't get this in there and then a wrench on there. There ain't no room. I'm not taking that off, and I can't really. This is kind of bolted in here, so we're gonna try a different route called this, which is a 14 millimeter. Get that to just, we're gonna have to pound that a little bit, and then we'll put a wrench on this. Now we got a nice long 14 millimeter wrench, so hopefully that will do it. It's really on there though. This is fun. That's a quandary. That came right off. I mean, I barely muscled on it. I imagine the last person put it in went, I'm not going to tighten on that much because I couldn't get the tool in there. But also, the level's fine. I just barely stick my finger there. And the oil's, I'll taste oily, but Actually, it doesn't taste very good at all, but that's because gear oil doesn't taste good. It looks like brand new. I think we're just going to button that back up. I wonder what that switch is for. I don't know. Yep, I don't think that, I can check the records. I've got a stack of records like about that thick. See the last time it's changed. I think that one's fine. This one, however, I think is leaking and it's shifting harsh. So we're going to definitely work on that. I ain't ready to pull that apart yet. BMWs leak, that's what they do. So same kind of drill here. We want to loosen up the fill before we drain it. I'm not going to drain it today, but I want to see where the level is. Again, we'll just stick our finger in there. I have a feeling this is low, which would give me the indication that, God, that's so oily, that it needs more fluid. Catalytic, we got the, that must be the catalytic, no, the catalytic, no, those are the pipes. Oh, also, when I look up there, I see leakage all the way at the top. And that's the gasket I thought I replaced on the valve cover gasket. So it's definitely got some leakages. Oh, I think it's raining. Great. So it is not out of fluid. Didn't have to stick my finger in there at all. Looks like some sort of green, blue. I'm not sure what kind of oil this is, but it doesn't look that bad. Focus. Yeah. Wasn't wearing gloves. Wasn't prepared for that. Okay, so in summary, it's not empty of transmission fluid. It's not empty, and it looks brand new back there at the differential. So I'm going to go check my records. Probably will still change on this because it's been crunchy, and it's definitely got plenty of fluid, so it's not a low fluid scenario. Then we'll go from there, and that fluid's coming. Especially if I find out they change with just regular non-synthetic oil. Synthetic makes a big difference, and it's crunchier more when it's cold, which synthetic doesn't have that problem as much. Definitely love these. I mean, I just got right up in there and wham, it came right off. This extra leverage goes a long way, and they're thick, especially on the larger ones. Very happy with that. That was a good purchase. I'm gonna have to turn that light off, otherwise when I come back, there'll be no lightage. Whoop.
Scary, I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out.
So anyhow, this is a Logitech squeeze box I got for a couple dollars at an estate sale. It is a portable internet speaker. It's actually wired in. I had to get a new power supply for it. The old one didn't work, and it's just kind of cute. They don't make these anymore. It's fairly dense. You can play different apps on it. I've got Pandora, TuneIn Radio. So go to Pandora. Go to my station. Spring Break 85. And then she's got, I can pause and not pause. She's got art. I don't know what the more is. Ooh, I like this song. No, anyhow, something different. I don't know what these do. I've used Squeezebox before with regular, like there's emulation software for this, but I don't know if there's an out on this. I see there's an in. She is dense. I wonder what's underneath that little door. Interesting. Yeah, it says in right there. Maybe there's an out. Yeah, to investigate. But, it's cool. So apparently there's a big battery in there. She's a hefty little guy. She's NICAD. So we'll let that charge up. Put that right back in there. At least it's not leaking all over the place. There's an out. So while it's not a line out, it can be made into a line out by adjusting the lines. We'll have to try that. Is it a game changer? No. But having a cup that keeps the coffee warm at a drinkable temperature for an hour it's a nice little luxury. If it's more than an hour, it tends to get a little, I don't know, burnt. should be able to tear up the world with these. They are TerraTrax Hercules. Okay, well, it's done. These are the tires I got 2 years ago, and they're just regular passenger tires. But for the back, we went with Hercules TerraTrax AT. She's got some hefty, thick, and she should be louder, but not too loud, I'm told. I don't know. So next we get a Torcolate, all 8 of those lug nuts, 150 pounds. That's fun. Do the other side, then lower the jack and take it for a test drive. I'm expecting it to ride better, but I don't think it's going to fix the problem. I think I'm going to have to do the drive shaft. And yeah, that's what we got a carload for. Except we're going to have to change the oil on this first. Then, I don't know what we're going to do. I think we need to do this or that first. I don't know. Probably that. I don't know. We took the new tires for a spin, and everything's different. Vibration's different, frequency. So it's much better. I definitely need to work on the brakes at some point and get new pads and turn the rotors or replace them. It's got a little thump, 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 thump. And I got to repark it, but yeah, it isn't as violent. Let's just put it that way. So I think we'll still go ahead and fix the leak in the differential, as well as replace the universals. They're original on the center bearing. The center bearing feels fine. Feeling and being are two different things, but definitely an improvement. And I didn't take it off road, but it's got to do better with that aggressive tread out there. So I took the old tires out with the old new ones and over there and hid them in the back. I'm thinking about making a bead breaker. Basically a piece of 2x4 attached to a hinge on a wall that just pushes the bead in. Then I may separate the wheels and the tires. The tires are junk. And then every couple of years we have a throw anything out, and they bring a truck. You could throw tires in there. I got 4 up there that I need to check and see. I don't think they fit vehicles we have anymore. I think it fits the Saab. Then I got the new wheels. So need to downsize. Now this weekend, because it's almost spring, I think I'm gonna swap the Volt tires back on, put the Brandon ones away, and I got to get new tires because well, I needed to get them 3 years ago, and still they're getting shiny. There's the wear mark, and there's pieces missing, and it's just, they're slippery when dry. And what, the good tires, the Eagle Sports. So the front ones I think are pretty good shape. I think those are the front, yeah. But the rear ones definitely need some help. So, and probably gonna get my TPSM tire pressure sensor monitors fixed too. These are good. I don't understand those, but yeah. And I forgot, yeah. So I was doing a test drive. I keep finding stuff in the trash, so that's just a rag now. But yeah, somebody threw out all these pens. Do I need all these pens? I don't know. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna donate them to Goodwill. There's some good pennage in here. I don't know what. This guy, well, as you saw, she's still got light in her. See, she's lit. So yeah, we're gonna put her right here. So when you throw it out, it's still got light. Yeah. Then this from Traction. I'm not sure what they were building here. These little fittings. They take the fittings off. I can always use those. But I think this is gonna now be my holder upper for my impact gun. I think I'll just cut a U like the others and just slide it in there. So we'll hack off this, lose this, keep this, and hack up probably to there. Maybe I'll keep that end, because that's kind of cute. Nice little cap on there. That can hold my impact gun, because right now it just kind of sits around. This will be nice. So, oh yeah, a disc, a Fiskars, high quality. I don't know why people throw out stuff like that. Just donate it. Just take it to the Goodwill. They're happy. Everybody's happy. And I assure you, the shit they threw in the recycling bin is not recyclable. Like a Monopoly game. That's not recyclable. I don't know what the hell they're making here, but these are stainless steel fittings. It's a plug and a reducer. And then this reducer. And then it's got like a reducer in there. There's a pipe within the pipe. So that should be interesting. We're going to go ahead and cut that off there and take this part and put it over there in that basket. And in a couple weeks, that basket will go away. Liking the new hacksaw. She's nice. Very nice. Feel that click click. Isn't that click click? You hear that? Other than that, I like... Oh, there's spare blades inside. I forgot about this. This swings out. See? Extra blades. Focus. 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 There. Extra blades. That's what that is. We'll pause this. So, a couple weeks ago, I found a link that said you could buy TSA confiscated knives. So I signed up for the service, and it was a pain because they had to verify me, and then I bid too many times. You can only bid on 4 auctions at a time. I'm like, I didn't even win the reserve. Like, the reserve was 100 and I bid 30. I figured I could keep bidding. Well, anyhow, I kept bidding, and of course the ones that say Leatherman, you get like hundreds of dollars. So I bought what I believe is about 4 pounds of knives for $120 when you add in the taxes and the buyer's fees and all the crap. And I think I paid $17 a ship. So $140. So from the pictures, I could tell there's a couple Leathermen in there. But in a few minutes, when Spike's done marking every fucking thing he finds with piss, I think he's almost out. Sometimes he just he air pees. We're going to go on and open that box. We'll weigh it first. But from what I could tell, there's like $150 worth of knives just from what I could see. So should be interesting. I think this will be a one-time thing. Boy, there's a lot of weird stuff out there you can bid on. And it's surplus. It's not just government stuff. It's anybody can, schools, local government. There's some pretty wild stuff on there. And of course, everything's kind of like, you can come visit it or look at the pictures. Okay, well, 10 pounds. My little scale wouldn't, just with all zeros, can't take that. Okay. 10 pounds. This is from Santa Fe, Paul, at the New Mexico State Agency for Surplus. That's a big Ziploc bag. Right away. Open all. These are from France. Okay, I'm gonna unbag this first. Okay, so we sorted these. These are for removing wine bottle corkscrews and opening bottles. This is interesting. It's just a big, well, little knife with a big handle, but she's rated to 10,000 volts. So I think this is for cutting like power lines. These are all kind of shitty little knives. This one's kind of big. But it's not that high quality, so I don't think it is. It's precision crafted in China. So yeah, there's that. This is Jesus's knife. He's gonna want that back. Smith & Wesson. That might be a good, I don't know. It's well used. These are Coase. This is Siemens, and I'm not sure this is a borrow. It might be actually fairly good. Really? These are weapons? We had to take these away? UTS. I don't know what that is. Then we have all these. These are the nicer ones. So, a Swiss Army knife. It's got some loving. Looks like that corkscrew's bent. A lot of little Swiss Army knives. This one's interesting because it's got things going on here. Not sure what that... Oh, this has a pen, I think. Yes. This slides out and becomes a pen. Then one of these has a light on it. This is, I think, a fairly decent... It's a buck knife. Traditional knife. This is Bob Atkins. Bob Aries. You may want it back. It's a Sheffield. Buck. So she's a cutie. Sharp. Then we get a Husky, just your basic Husky knife. Good for cutting insulation. As we talked about before, this is open. This is an older one, and this is kind of cool. I have one of these. This actually twists and then locks in, but it's not coming out all the way. Yeah, we got a Kershaw. That's a handy, nice knife. Here's a flipper. Looks brand new shape as far as the knife goes. I don't know. This one's just cute. It's a Winchester. It may be a really nice knife. I don't know. Then we got a Calabaz multi-tool. This could go either way. Probably put this over there. Husky. She's another Gerber. She's a flipper. Again, pretty good shape. Sheffield. Feels nice. Another Gerber. A little baby Gerber. Kind of a naked knife. Big old style. I think it's a buck. Stainless steel Japan. It's a K-bar, but oh yeah, this one's interesting. Damn, it's sharp. Because it says Cleveland on it. K-bar Cleveland. Then we get the more interesting ones. So we got your traditional fastback Milwaukee. This guy is, I think, is a fairly high quality. No, it's not bad. Okay, then we got this guy, which is like a money clip, and it's a knife that slides out. She looks sharp. Camouflage Milwaukee. You guys didn't even see that, did you? Another utility knife. So we got two Milwaukee knives, one DeWalt. I knew about those. This is interesting. This is for, shaving. This is a very old knife or a very new knife. I'm not sure which. Oh, geez, she's sharp too. Then, yeah, so we got several Leatherman here too. So we got a scale tool. This is the carbon fiber version. So this one I saw in the picture. This is what I really wanted. And a squirt. She's just a little girl, but kind of handy. She's got scissors and all sorts of little tools on there. So these two would definitely want to go in my collection. Those are always cool. Like that. Gerbers, definitely. Maybe not that one. This is a Kershaw. That's definitely a keeper. Maybe not that one. I like those. Joe can have that. I'm not sure what to do with those. This is a little weird. Definitely keep those. On the fence there and on the fence there. So let's see. If we were to add this up, these are like $10. They're actually only like $20 new. Good size. These are about $20 a piece. So there's like $80 there. These are, I don't even think you can get these anymore. So I think new they were 60. These are about 30. And then, so would I go and buy all these? No, but I think I got my $100 worth. It was $100 plus taxes, plus shipping, blah, blah, blah. And you can always use another one of these. And I really like these. These have this really nice hook on them. They got a good action on them. Does need a little sharpening. It just means she's well loved. Yeah, probably gonna need a shave someday. Definitely got to clean that off. Made in Germany. This is the Germans know how to make a knife. So, different. Not sure what to do with all these. Christmas presents. The biannual flooding of the street here. It's all good. Yeah. This is great. Perfect. Yeah, that's the flood coming all the way off the hill because there's no drainage there. Just backing the way fuck up over here. I wonder whose car that is. Oh wait, that's my car. Great. Let's just go over the street. There's a drainage thing that looks like that, but you can't even see it because it's all covered up. That's good. So that red should show up pretty nicely. And we'll go ahead and cut that up. His is not tracking right. I mean, I cut like this to go straight. It's really messed up. I don't know what. And I was planning on adjusting it and working on it with the new blade. Plus the new blade's wider, so it's gonna track straighter. This one's a very narrow blade. That's why I bought a new one. We're gonna call it a night here. So this one's done. This is going underneath the chair, so it's just going to get stained dark. And this one is mostly done. I got to figure out how to do that part, but it's getting close, and it's at the point where I can once I get that rounded part, so I don't know how to do, I'll start fitting it to the chair itself. So I think I'm going to make one more of these. Maybe I'll use this since I got myself a template. I can just plop this on top of there. I don't know, that doesn't look right. She ain't looking right. Something's foobar. Well, maybe it does fit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll just cut that out with the bandsaw. Zippity doody doo 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 dee. Yeah, that should work great. So it's 2 a.m. Cat's trying to get some treats. And Spike's over here with his naga hide bone trying to murder it. So it's a typical night. And all I want to do is just want to go to fucking sleep. Great. Now it's 2 a.m. Where's your bone, Spike? Did you run that cat off? Spike, where's your bone? Is that your bone? Is that your bone? Where's your bone? You need a haircut. It's time to go to sleep. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drain this, even though the fluid looks pretty good, because I want to put something better in there. Some of the shifting has been a little harsh, so a good synthetic. I don't know what's in here. Again, it looks fine. It's blue-ish. And there's plenty in there. We're going to let this drain for an hour or so, because I did not warm it up. I started to take some of the extra oil off so that we can fix the leak, which is approximately up here. I think there's a little bit of leakage here. I accidentally removed that thinking it was this. So like, wait a second, nope, not that one, this one. We'll just kind of clean up on her. Don't know what that gear's for. It looks like it shouldn't be there, or at least exposed. So this is going to require a lot of up, down, because some of the components you reach for the bottom, some you reach for the top. So I want to just get this drained, and then we can do the up, down. The couple websites, instructions I've looked at, I'd say about 3 hours on this, so should be a day job. So that's going to help this oil leak. Again, I know that there's a valve cover leak, and I thought I fixed that, so maybe I just need to tighten that down a little more. Definitely need to tighten this down. Well, I just did. And then kind of clean it off and see what happens. What they recommend is basically clean everything off, run it, and then see what happens. It doesn't seem to leak much while it's just standing still. Although you can tell, you know, right now, I'm not sure that's water. Yeah, that's oil. It's definitely leaking from right there. So that would be indicative of the oil cooler. The oil cooler is basically an external oil fixture where the oil filter plugs into. But, we'll show plenty of pictures of that in a bit. Yeah, it took a while to figure out where to hang this, but I ended up hanging right here, and she fits. Didn't exactly get her straight, but it doesn't really matter. So now I got places for pretty much all my impacts and fuels and drills. Yep, that goes there. And yeah, I don't for this, but I've got places for those in there, which I should just go ahead and do. Yeah. Okay, so this is the oil cooler, and it's kind of hard to see, but it bolts on the side of the engine, so I got to get rid of most of this. I got the instructions from Pelican Parts. They have really good write-ups. It says about 3 hours, $65. It goes step by step, so we're just going to follow this. And I'm going to have to take the serpentine belt out. That'll be fun, which means I probably need to take that off. But anyhow, so start the timer. The gasket was like $6. It's just that. Just a little girl. So, yeah. Okay, these instructions are not exactly correct. They seem to be for the 4-cylinder anyhow, but so we got power steering out of the way. We got the alternator out of the way. she's over there. Craftily took the cable because I didn't disconnect the battery because I'm lazy. Pushed it aside. It's got a rubber boot down there, so it's rubber land. And then I removed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. Now she's ready to come out. However, there's another oil fitting here called the Vanos, which I got to take off. And then they recommended new washers for that. There's something back here. It shouldn't be there. Plastic or something. So now I got to take, I think I'm just going to loosen it up here. Not even worry about that. In fact, can I? It's not looking straight. Zoom in. Yeah, those are the washers I was supposed to replace. Whoops. Okay, so we got her out. So she's out. You could definitely tell she was leaking by the fact there's shit everywhere. Yeah, that's kind of dirty. Remind me to look for that washer that fell down there. Somewhere down there. There's a missing nut and bolt, so I'm missing. I thought I had to take this whole plastic housing off. No, just needed to take that little cover off and then take that off, which is the alternator. I got my bolts all lined because they're all different. They claim they're different sizes, but those two look the same. Oh wait, those are not the same. Those are the same, and then these are different. So yeah, those all go on the they go on here. And then this is the actual unit. You can tell it was leaking by the fact that, again, there's shit everywhere. Could be leaking, it looks like it was leaking up there as well. But yeah, that's the filter. So we're gonna go take a potty break and let the dogs out and come back and dress this. So this cover went over the idler pulley, the pulley to keep this tight. And so that doesn't look quite right. This is the air intake. So yeah, it's out. Definitely got to clean on that. Well, I couldn't find that one little nut, so I just put a nut and washer on there. But interestingly enough, there seems to be some extras in there, so we're gonna probably end up taking that off and cleaning these extras out. Maybe I could reach in there. I don't know, but those definitely are not needed in this application. Not sure why the alternator needs air cooling. It's got its own ductwork in there. It shoots up from under the front and comes out up around here and goes into there and goes into there and goes into the alternator. So she's well cooled, but getting this crap out of there will help too. Yeah, that found a feather, some various things. So we'll go ahead and blow that out. I'm glad I took that apart. Okay, so we tightened it up to 37 pounds, and I added a little bit of Teflon tape at the end, just to, kind of button it up. Okay, things are getting a little fuzzy there. So as you may remember, she specifies automatic transmission fluid, ATF. But how? You can't. Believe me, it says ATF. There we go. Not tobacco, firearms, or whatever. That's the fill plug right there. So believe it or not, I'm going to put manual transmission fluid in there. I mean, it is a manual transmission, but Royal Purple, which is the flavor today, is rated for transmissions that need ATF. So, and this is EF. She's a ZF, yeah. I just know she is because I did a lot of Googling. That's the clutch master cylinder. I think I got a little bit of a leak. Get out of the way. Up there, because you see all the yuckies. So I think that output seal's leaking a little bit, but that should be fun. Just drop the exhaust, all this crap. Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna overfill a little bit, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. Filling it. Some people suggest running a hose in a funnel all the way from the top down. Boy, that's looking greasy and oily over there. That is not from the oil fill, because I'm pretty sure I hit that one anyhow. Focus. Look at the oil on the manifold. That'll burn right off. Don't worry. I'm not sure I'm going to fill this, but it's got to go in there. Yeah. So I'm done there. I can confirm it's purple. So I'm going to clean the hose out and then pour this back into there and keep that. The other piece I'm going to do, because while I'm down there, is I'll replace on this filter. This is something that probably don't need to replace, but here it is. come on. Yeah, it's a fuel filter. So she's a big one. I guess it flows that way. So I mistakenly thought that the this thing here was the gas tank. No, this is the spare tire, and apparently it's underneath the car, so I can feel all the way around. The fuel tank's over here, and then the fuel filter, I believe, is in here. So I gotta just remove this cover. So yeah, you can see right back there. There she is. So again, I'm underneath there. This is tightened to 37 foot-pounds. I'll clean up on that. I filled it till she started dripping on me. That's when I discovered it's purple and tastes bad, like most fluids. I don't know why. Cars taste bad. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Those look like 10s, and they don't look rusty as normally they are for me. So yeah, definitely. We're gonna be power washing this when we get done here. So fuel filter next. I take that back. It's a genuine BMW filter, but the date enhance. Looks like 1998. I think I just wiped it off. But anyhow, I don't think it's clogged because I could blow through it. So now it's leaking. So that's good. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's great. Let's not do that again. There's a lot of liquid in there. Anyhow, I got the new one in. As always, just a little bit of a challenge getting things to come off. So you got all these lines here, and I had to get around there. And that one there, she did not want to come off. So I think we're underneath here. So let's do a check. Muffler, still the check. Fuel filter done. Drain full. Lots of turquoise or juice back there. We decided not to change on this, so we already tightened that up. That one really tight and that one less tight. Confirm that this is the spare tire, not, that's kind of cool. What the hell's going on there? I don't know. So I'll have to look into that. So if you look up here, I don't know if you can see, but my hand goes all the way back there. There's not, I don't know how this comes out. Let's just put it that way. I don't think I want to get a flat tire. It's got to be some sort of bracket way up there. Yeah, that must come off from the top and then fall down. Not fun. What's going on there, little guy? Why you all bent up? Yeah, clean on that. So anyhow, we got to go put the air filter back on, and then we'll take it for a drive. Well, got to move this. Got to move 2 cars, but other than that, I kind of have the truck on the lift. So what do you figure? 4 more inches? I have a feeling if it didn't have those back seats back there, I'd be up on the lift, but I think this is gonna work. What is that? Yeah, see, I'm not, I need another foot. So, yeah, that's a fail. So we will not be putting this in the air today. That shot out. I had it in low and just let the clutch out, and the truck stayed put, and that went flying back. There's a way to hook that on. I usually don't. Normally it's not a problem, but shit. So I bought this lift 2012, 11 years ago, maybe older. I don't know, but it wasn't spec'd for a truck. I'm pretty sure the Marauder fits on there, but Marauder's wheels they're just, the wheelbase is shorter. The wheels are back here, not, I don't know. I think it fits. It's been on there, or it's been underneath there. The goal this summer, however, is to get this driving enough that I can park underneath there and put the little convertible in there, put the minivan here, put my car and Joe's car. We could actually have all 5 cars in here. I measurated how high it would go. The minivan cannot fit underneath there. All the other cars, except for the minivan and the truck, can fit underneath there. Wait, I forgot about the truck. Truck stays outside. But minivan, Marauder, Z, 128 volt. Yeah. So, yeah, that's going back outside. So I guess my other approach is to use the old traditional wheel rampulators. Had some steel ones. They're probably more heavy duty. I wish I had kept those. Oh, well. And then just kind of raise up the rear end. So basically I removed the drive shaft. So I'll be doing that upside down, which tells me, you know what? We're going to get this out of this little jam and park it right there and just pretend this didn't happen for now, because I got some other things to do. It was one thing if this is going to be up in the air and do it. It's another thing to be underneath there. Really didn't expect that. Did measure the width, made sure that worked. You had to really fold in the mirrors there, but yeah. As they say in France, fuck. Remove this. So it's universal. I marked these to keep them in line. Remove this. Now this is a bracket right here, this whole thing. This whole thing comes out. Remove this, because we're going to be pulling that off. And then replace this universal joint right here. And then the same thing back here. And again, I marked the spots, not pressurized. So I think we're going to start here.
Did you know Nissan EVs
This comes out.
billion miles?
Then this should slide out here. And then I don't know what we do down there. I think I can take this off and then this slides out. So yeah, so we gave up on the old lift, and we just use these. They say gross weight is 7,000 pounds. This is 5,500, so we're within spec. Of course, the bed was full of water. No, it's dripping every fucking where. Here's the gas tank. So yeah, I guess this is gonna be fun. Okay, so those two clampulators are off. Clampulators, and there. So now I think I just give this a good shove this way, and then this whole thing pops out right on me. Right there. Yeah. Great. So now I'm going to hit record. I thought it was going to fall off on me, but it didn't. So this is fine, but this part is clunk, clunk, clunk. So this is the bad joint right here. And I might be able just to get away with just replace this. This didn't come out because there's a hose, a round thing that I don't remember what it's called at the moment. I think I need to pop this off and slide this out. I'm going to slide this out because this is going to be a lot easier to work on the bench, because it's pretty close comfort and close here. Oh good, now it's dripping more. Fucker. Okay, this turns, this turns. This does not turn. So this is what's causing all the problems in the truck. The other side seems to turn, well, this way, fine. Not so much that way. So we got at least two bad ones. Because this was viced in too. So yeah, bad U-joints. Okay, well, this C-clip's not coming out. I was able to break the ends off, but it's not coming out. So, in fact, there's a piece right there. I just need to get one side out, then I can drive the other one out. I tried heating it up. I've cleaned the rust away. Thinking about just splashing it, just using the old acetylene torch, just right through it with a gas axe. I tried a hacksaw, and that did absolutely nothing other than take the rust off. Well, I flipped it over to splash from the other side and realized, why don't I try this clip? Well, it's all steamy because I put WD-40 on it and heated it up with the gas axe. But yeah, this came out in one piece. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to drive it from the other side. I think I need a socket about that size. It's very hot. Weird. So we use the gas axe here and you can see right through it now. So I think we're good to start banging on it. Okay, success. So jamming the chisel in the crevice I made is pushing that out. So we'll just keep going. It's really freaking hot. Yeah, you can tell this one's a little tight just by the way that it is. It's a little tight. That might cause a little vibration going down the road. Feel better now. We're having success. So this one, free. This end, free. This end, the clips came out whole. Got this side out, and I got a socket bigger than the end cap, and I've been banging on this, and this has been pushing up. Now I got a socket here. I'm going to just push on her. But I'm thinking I'm going to get a press. This is abusive to my poor vice. So these are the solar lights. It's a spike. It's really dark here. You can't really tell, but I've got the other lights off because there was a little mishap. But these are every like 6 feet, and then these are every 15 feet over here. Well, it's Sunday morning. Time to finish this. So I got the yoke off. I got the center shaft, and of course, look at this. I realized this is why people arrow direction the front to rear, because these look identical. And I've lost my directional completely on all these pieces, so that's good. I don't have to worry about that. It's got to be better than with those U-joints all messed up than maybe an imbalanced shaft. That's what she said. So now I need to get the rest of the piece off that piece right there. So I'm going to release the bracket. I think it just slides right out from the front, but we're going to go investigate. But yeah, got to get this done because she's taking up that parking space, this parking space. So yeah, these two cars have been displaced. We got to fix on that. Boy, it's tight. I literally had to drive it up on the lift so I could close the garage door because it was cold yesterday. Not that it's warm today, but at least the sun's out, so that's a start. Okay, well, there's 4 bolts on the front flange of the output of the transmission that goes to the intermediate shaft that then goes to the thing that rotates in the middle, holds it up, stabilizer, I don't know what they call it. However, it's a special bolt. It's what I call an external torque, and it looks like this. And I need the one in between these two. So I got a 10, 11, 13, 14. I need a 12. I'm going to double check on the interwebs, but I'm pretty sure that's the case because the 11 doesn't fit and the 13's too loose. Meanwhile, I went ahead and put this on there. I looked at the marks here. See the melt mark? And then I lined the melt mark with over here. So this is the rear, no, the front. And that's the side that goes on there. And yeah, so I can mark. This only goes 2 ways on the end. So, and I don't remember seeing the bump outs. These guys. So I'm assuming it goes back in this way. So we're gonna go ahead and put these ends on and mark it up before I go to the store and try and get that bolt. Even if I just put this in there, we've got at least 1/3 of the way more better. And I'm not ready to tackle pulling off the pinion seal. That's a major pain. Again, I didn't expect it to be there. I expected it to be up there. It was, while I'm inserting this, that I realized something didn't look right. And then I looked at the other side. Something still doesn't look right. They sold me the wrong fucking size. Now, is this annoying? Yes. But is this the common theme on the YouTubes that I subscribe to as well? Yes. It's the wrong fucking size. Now I get the joy of taking it out, trying to go to the parts store and trying to get the right fucking size. The only good thing is, well, I got me some samples here, so I can bring them in. There's one. There's 2. This one seems to be missing something, but damn it. Oh, there's the new one. There's the old one. Clearly, there's a little bit of a mismatch there. So we're off to the parts store. Totally destroyed this one coming out. I forgot to take the grease fitting out, and I broke the cap because there's no easy way to do this. There's a special tool that's about $80 that I wish I'd owned. Basically, it grabs onto the two ends where my thumbs are and then pushes or pulls it across the other side. So it's actually quite cool. I looked at it briefly. I thought about buying some tools at Harbor Freight, but they don't have anything. So we're off to the parts store to get the right one and to get the hopefully the 12 millimeter external torque. Yeah. Classic. So, okay, here's my order. Of course, the return window ended over a month ago, so I can't return it. So if I click on it, it says doesn't fit. Okay, this is a Moog 331. Moog's a good brand. So, oh, let's see what does fit this. Oh, Chinesium. But what's this? Oh, this is a good brand. That's a really good price. That's a really good brand. Click on this. And if you don't notice, it doesn't fit. Oh, similar products that fit this vehicle. Except not that one. Maybe it's this one. I don't know. Doesn't fit either. Why are you telling me this? Let me click on this again. Like, do I have to go through every fucking one of these to find the one that does fit? Because I'm clicking on similar files that fit this vehicle. Fits my vehicle. Oh, I swear to God. If they're not doing this on purpose, it's genius either way. Because, of course, I'm going to buy the Moog. It's the better brand. And it's cheaper. Because it doesn't fucking fit. Why am I doing this? I wanted to correlate which Moog to get and go see if they have it at the local store. The other fun thing is those are not called external torques. They're called spline sockets. And sure enough, we go to Harbor Freight's website. We pick the 1/2 inch. We click on metric. And they don't have any 12 millimeters, which is what I need. So, okay, maybe they got a 3/8. I don't know. Let's check 3/8. Let's hit metric. No, neither here. So I got to go to the hardware store and buy one. I want a nice set. I'm beginning to think maybe I found the right thing and go to Amazon. Yeah, so I don't know if the parts store has it. And yeah, sure. Maybe this. Nope, 330. That's not going to do it. It's bigger. I know that one. So maybe click on this one. I don't know if that fits. It certainly doesn't say it would fit. Because, do you see my problem here? Now, just to be clear, I got my truck. I put a universal joint. It says Moog. And, yeah, they have it. So that's great. Is it? I don't know. Let me tell you why I don't know. Because if I hit back and I search for universal joint, guess what? It's a 331. Huh, 331. Well, shit. I already have a 331. It doesn't fit. What the fuck is going on with this goddamn thing? Add center bearing with 3 joint jams. This is driving me fucking insane. I just want to buy the fucking part and go on with my life. Okay, well, yeah, we did stop by McDonald's for 90 cents. It's iced coffee with no liquid sugar. $70 later, we did get 2 Universals. And sure enough, it tried to push me towards that size. But we looked at more options and we came up with this one. This is the old and the new. I did notice that the old and the new are 2 different ones. So one of these I think was original. It's interesting. You could actually see like the grease marks here. It definitely wasn't spinning at all. So we'll push these aside. Getting quite a mess here. We're gonna have to clean up a little bit. Stop getting over that. God damn it. We're gonna put this back together again. You know. The good thing is on that side, we only have to put the 2 in because the other one clips around there. So theoretically only 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 to go. So at least we're gonna have greater success since it's our fucking size. She's ready to go back in. Again, I'm abandoning the front for now. Calling success here. I had to take one of the ends off because I managed to get the pins. Because you're hitting with the hammer and stuff. So these are the roller bearings, needle bearings. I got one. down in the bottom, and then while trying to push the other side in, I cracked it, so replaced it with another one. But these are really hard, so they're like this, and you're hitting it. So I tried to use this. Oh, I tried to use this, but this didn't work because you may notice that that end and that end aren't exactly, you know, parallel. So this clamp would have worked great, except it's all fucked up. So probably gonna have to put it in the vise and bend on it later. We'll call that the success run. So again, because this goes into a yoke that bolts in, it's either going this way or this way. So I'm gonna look very carefully at the marks and stuff and see, but it can only go one way. So it's either right or wrong. Well, spent the last 20 minutes trying to get this in. You see a little piece sticking out? Well, you're underneath it, you can't see it. But I gotta cut that off. It's there's some sort of plastic lubricant on there, and it's preventing this from sliding in. Of course, you gotta hold it down. You can't put that piece until that piece is in there. So it's a lot of fun. We've dropped it twice on my face, so that's good. But yeah, that's certainly preventing it, because it slides on and then it stops. Slides in and stops. The first couple times I had to really hammer it in, and maybe that's why it was. I think I probably got so far, and then I hit that, and I just kept scraping it. We'll get a closer look. I rotated it so that that chunk that was in there was over. There's a groove inside this edge. Oh, it's now over there. Oh, so it just slid right in. So now we gotta put these up there. And then I got the little clamps. I gotta put some nut come out or juice in there first. But I'm just gonna put one in there, just kind of get in a position. Yeah, it just slid right in. Next, I gotta put the little metal clamp back on there, but I did add a lot of grease, but that didn't fix it. Just had to be the right way. Note to self, next I grind something on here to know where things are. It does move a little bit, but I don't think it's as bad as, I think this is gonna make a big difference. We'll find out in about 35 minutes.